What, in fact, is velocity? Well, it's the rate at which your credit union is traveling toward its goals. And it's comprised really of direction and speed. Okay, direction and speed. If you have solid goals that really drive your employees and are crystal clear, and if you've given them the systems and the training to achieve those goals, it's going to be a great place to work. You'll be an employer of choice. And that's what we all want. So it determines whether or not you hit your objectives and when you hit them. And because of that, I contend that it's the number one metric that you should be evaluating your CEO and your executive team on, velocity. Because if you're struggling to reach your goals, or if you don't know what your goals are, I mean, isn't that what your management team is supposed to do? And so you're going to get the tools here today to support them, to support your management team, to coach them, and to hold them accountable. This is not something that you need to do yourself in terms of operations. I had some directors ask me that in a previous presentation. I'm giving you tools to help you build your credit union, to help your leaders move the credit union forward with high velocity. So velocity contains 3 components. And we'll talk about them each today. And you'll notice they're integrated. Leadership, people, and systems. And they have to work together like a championship team. And so what we'll do in this presentation is, even though they have to work together, we're going to take each one of them separately and do a little process analysis on them. And I'll give you some of the best practices, like I said, of credit union CEOs around the country. So what are some sample functions of each of these components, leadership, people, and systems? Well, there are myriad, right? I've just given you a sample here. So leadership creates values, mission, strategy, culture, communication. In other words, direction. Leadership creates direction. People and systems create speed, efficiency, effectiveness. So for people, we've got member care. They've got to execute on the strategy. They've got to have solid operations, smooth operations, get feedback from members and give the feedback to leadership. They've got to develop themselves, and they've got to innovate. Those are just a few of the things that employees do. Systems. By systems, I mean it can be technology systems, but I also mean ways that you do things, processes. So you have an IT process, the way they evaluate technology and the way they bring new technology in, the way they prioritize their technology investments. You've got human resources has systems, ways in which they go about hiring people and onboarding them, and on and on. Today we're going to talk about, just as an example, a strategic marketing system. And it's just an example of how to think through a system that people can use, and which is a leadership tool to help all these 3 work together for velocity. So it's important to remember, leadership sets direction, people and systems create speed, efficiency, and effectiveness. And they all go hand in hand.